But if I start a map and it's sort of, okay, I'm starting from scratch, I've got 500,000 in which to buy a farm and some land and then some equipment, and then I look at the equipment list and it's sort of, I've got 1.2 million worth of equipment here. It's sort of, this isn't a start from scratch setting. Now obviously, you can do leasing to eliminate money from the game. So you could just go, I'm going to sell all the starting equipment, and then I'm going to lease a quad track and I'm going to return it. I'm going to lease a quad track and I'm going to return it. And you do that 50 times and you can reduce your money to more manageable levels. But it's a bit of a startup issue. Obviously, once someone's developed something like the Easy Developer Toolkit, don't have to do that, because you can just say, okay, I'm selling all my starting equipment. I'm going to start with 200,000 for starting equipment. So you just take away the money. I think you can, obviously, it is possible to. You can edit the HTML save files to remove the money, which is effectively what the Easy Developer Toolkit is if you're into editing the files. And okay. For some reason that's working. Oh, that's not working because somehow I ended up tabbed over to the next piece of equipment, which was the tractor. That was strange. But yeah, you can, if you manually edit a game save, you can completely screw things up. And all the Easy Developer Toolkit is doing is giving you edit function that technically somebody else has tested and shouldn't screw up your game save. Okay, I'll just run through that bit and call this side done. Well, we're 70% done and we haven't done much of the other side. Down to 800. Actually, this field has taken almost all of our seed. So this has actually worked out quite nicely, I think. Let's spin through this plot here. And then we've just got the south side of the coast, the southern lawn to do, I guess. So yeah, as I said, the young kids are coming over today. I don't know what time they're coming. I think they're coming over for the afternoon, and we've offered to cook them food before sending them home. So we have spaghetti planned for that because they like that. Although I do have what I call a cardboard pizza in the freezer downstairs. So that's always an option. And we had a roast beef yesterday, which turned out okay. I'm not really one that cooks roasts. I figured out how to do steaks on the grill. And that works out about 50% of the time. Sometimes I forget to check them, or they cook a little bit faster than I was intending. end up a little bit well done. I think last time they ended up a little underdone from Mrs. Osa's point of view. But yeah, they were edible, they were good. Gonna need to get some more musket powder because we're running out of that. And I might get a couple of different flavours. It's a company, musketpowder.com. They sell, it's basically seasoning. The black label is their original. Red label is spicy. And then they've got a honey mustard and I think a ranch flavour. And a couple of others as well. About 4 or 5 flavours. At least last time I checked, they had about 4 or 5 flavours. They might have more. And it's really easy. You just take the pot and season your meat with it, and then throw it on the ground. So we should be nearly done here, I guess. Still only 76%. This is actually quite a large area, so yeah, it'll take us more than that, I guess. How are we doing? We've still got 700 litres of grass. So there should be almost precisely enough seed to finish this field, I think. Don't think we're going to have much left when we're done. I think, you know, our original 500 got us about 25% of the field. We should be down to about 100 when this is all said and done. Oh, we only went around the headland once. Come on, lift. At least it looks like I did. Did I forgot to lower the cedar when we did that row? Because it's a little bit odd. There's tyre tracks there. They should be erased by the planter as it drives over. I think I forgot to lower it, which was why I was having issues on the turnaround, and I thought I lifted it and it didn't. The truth is it did lift, but I'd made a mistake in the status I thought it was in. Cedar, we turn around and we make sure it's lowered. Don't miss a bit. It doesn't matter too much. With contracts, there's always a small percentage allowance of not getting done. I'm kind of hoping that the liberties I'm taking with the accuracy of planting here is right, yeah. It's not going to use up my that allowance. Okay. I think I might follow the path down this time around. That tree's about to get in the way. So, oh, tourists are out. I don't know that I noticed any when we arrived this morning, but yeah, well, I guess it's 9:30, so it's time the early tourists were out and about. Okay, that's the tea gone. And for a change, that's the tea gone before it got cold. So yay for that. Normally I get down to about 10:30 and it's sort of, oh, my tea's gone cold. So yeah, these bits here where I'm having to move out to pass a tree and then move back in again, I think we're going to go round the right-hand side of this. But we should have a bit of an allowance there of what you don't have to do to complete the contract. The only contracts I really worry about doing are the baling contracts and the harvesting contracts because they have bonus payments. With this contract, I'm going to get paid regardless of whether I do 97% or 100% of the ground. But each pass is costing me money because I have to pay for the seed. Not like Farm Sim 17 where you've got the seed all included. Which was kind of nice, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it worked with seed, fertilizer, whatever. You got the equipment, it was loaded, and you magically had enough to do the entire field. But with this, there is the yes, there's enough room to sneak down the left side. Yeah, the only bonus you get is from harvest type contracts. And so the camera angle got really low there. Okay. And so because of that, they're the only contracts that I want to do all of them and everything I can see rather than I want to do 100% and just get paid. So again, another wedge there that we haven't done. And overlapping, I don't think it's a problem because we're planting the same seed that's already in the ground. So the planter is metered such that it won't pull up and replant the same type of seed or crop, which is why our two grass, or the two pastures we want grass in that fail to grow, I'm going to have to cultivate them because the cedar won't do anything because grass seed, yeah, it's already counted as grass. It'll destroy what's on the ground, and maybe that's what I do. I could just plant some seed over the top, see if anything happens. I don't think it will. I think I have to cultivate it to make it no seed in the ground and then go over it with grass seed. So a bit of a windy trip up here. But we're all good, I guess. How are we doing? 97%, so we are very close to done now. tree. Again, low angle on the camera. Yes, I'm going to go this way again. And the sun's come up enough that we can see what we're doing. So one thing I might be able to do in spring, we'll come up, if I remember, we'll come up to this field and see if it's growing. And if it is, then we'll replant our fields, because I'm pretty sure this was a grass field, because it's the castle grounds. I don't know why it's being replanted, but there's probably a reason. Where's my... over there. Well, I missed that bit. Again, I have tyre tracks here. Did I forget to... I forgot to lower the planter again. From the looks of it. I think maybe this afternoon I'm going to spend some time down outside the basement, because Mrs. Osa doesn't want me cutting wood in the basement. But I think I may go downstairs, cut some lengths of wood, maybe start screwing them together, while the kids are playing in the backyard. At least there will then be an adult somewhat supervising their endeavours. Okay, where are we at? Yes. Yes. Oh, we're done. Fold 26. Get paid. Do a job, get paid. Everybody's happy. So there are a ton of baling contracts for the last day of baling. Bunch of fertilizer contracts as well. I could knock out the fertilizer contracts now. Seriously? This has already been... That's what I wanted to check. Let's jump out. And this says, this is grass planted. Okay, this is grass planted. What we're waiting to see is if it becomes grass germinated, which should happen overnight tonight. And then I don't expect it to become grass growing until spring. And, oh, mind out. Oh, that's messy. So I think maybe since we're down here, we'll grab a little bit more seed, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need some. Potatoes, water, wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybean, oilseed radish, grass. Well, what's it? We got paid 13,000, and yeah, we got paid 13,000. So that's paid for the 2 pallets of grass seed. I've now got 1,600 more grass seed than we had. Don't know whether I'm going to need it all, but I'm guessing those 2 pastures that I need to replant, or I want to replant, are going to be more than 500 litres of seed, which is what we had. So, yeah, not a bad thing, I guess. And we're also set up to do another grass planting contract if one comes up. So that's fine. Now, one of the things I could do is get a small grass tractor and one of the tiny loading wagons and use that in field 9 to feed the sheep, maybe. I don't know, but it's an option. Let's do another first person. Wow, this tractor got dirty very quickly. And I wish that upper grass field would work properly, as I think it's supposed to. Field 6 works, it's full of grass, and it keeps the grass requirement for the sheep replenished, and I'm assuming 7 will do the same. But that top field, Oakfield sheep pasture, was set up as a pasture, so it's not a field with grass in it, it's the grass that you see along the sides of the roads, and that's not something the game engine sees. We see it, we can cut it, but it's not something the game can use, should I say. So that field to our left, the game can use that grass to top up the sheep food. But if I rolled that field and just converted it into native map grass, I don't think it would work. So that's a thing. Or that appears to be a thing, should I say. That field up ahead, it's only registering as germinated, not as growing. And because it's not growing, it's not feeding the sheep. Okay, jump out here. Grab the thing. Definitely wash that front windshield, because that's incredibly dirty and hard to see out of. Clean the weight. Jump up there. Oh yeah, this all needs cleaned. Okay. Why am I going backwards? Guess we can be out of the cab again. We drive past here, we'll refill the grass seed bag. Oh yeah, I do not have a full, I have more than a full pallet of grass seed. Well, there you go. So that is done with. Nice. And I think we can now safely say we are done with planting for the year. Because there's almost nothing left for us to do. There's absolutely nothing left to do on our farm till spring. Oops. Yeah, that loading wagon, running the Challenger with the front mower and the loading wagon is a little bit of overkill for the amount of grass we actually need for that top field. Okay, let's that's good. Yeah.
and a dog.
Okay. Drag that back into the corner. Stick it there. So one tiny bag of grass. Now, if that bottom pallet wasn't filled, that would merge. What's that we have in the corner? Wheat. Yeah, I've never planted wheat, so that must have been a planting contract. Triticale, barley, spelt. We had spelt left over from last year because that was another planting contract I did. Nope. Yes. Turn super strength back off. So I think maybe I'll turn up the game speed and a little bit tight there, and then take the fertilizer out and get some of those fertilizer contracts done. So we'll pick one first. Check the sprayer. It's empty. Okay, find me a fertilizer contract. 42, 39, 42, 39. 39's on the way out. The question is then how much fertilizer do we have? Okay, let's do this a little bit more sensibly. Oops. Connect that to that. Connect to that. Nice. And I need the help screen up for this. Change crop direction to empty. No. So that should. If I select the front tank, fill the front tank up. Yay.